Hello and welcome to the Dictionary Series Part 2, which is an original contribution to the founding populations of Britain and Europe. In today's short extract, I document the Canning family, for example, from southern Britain, which includes Devon, Hampshire, Warwickshire, Gloucestershire, Bristol, London and Ireland. We also know through the methodologies of onomastics that the Cannings are the Cana or the Canaanites. That would become the Cannings or the Canning family. We also know that the Cannings, as part of the original FB populations, would inevitably or naturally become the nobles or elites of British or Baratanac society, and so we find them occupying those esteemed appointed roles such as Chancellor of the Exchequer. And we have also documented and evidenced the original FB philosophical, geometrical origins of that very role. So we go back to the beginning to show how, through the structure of organizing a culture and its monetary system and how it would collect taxes and regulate how that money would flow in and through and across the regions, we show how that originated from an FB region in Senegal and how it migrated across into Europe. We also show how William Conqueror and his court and the French influence moved through into Britain with the ruling monarch of King John, who created and influenced the Irish exchequer, for example. And so we find these original FB creations and the structure of society being founded upon the first populations, as it would inevitably be. We also find that the Cartwright lineage marries into the Canning family, and this name becomes Carter, or the origins, the foundations of Carter and Wright. We also find that the Cannings, or the Canning family, were also Knights of the Order of the Garter. Now that has been documented in the dictionary part 1, and we also find that those Knights of the Order of the Garter would naturally occupy these esteemed roles as Chancellor of the Exchequer. And so Sir John Bourchier, from the dictionary part 1, also held this esteemed role. And so, for example, you will see Edward I, or Longshanks, the son of Henry III, who is documented in part 2 on the seal of the Court of the Exchequer, which is complete with the creative FBB signature as documented throughout part 1. This original seal is simply magnificent in terms of its phenomenological analysis. In the dictionary series part 2, you will read about the original FB holders of their own surnames, often with a French or German connection. The primary source evidence is in sheer abundance.